Welcome to Concept with Justin. Today, the focus is on landscape design for front yards, specifically emphasizing the use of greenery to create inviting, vibrant spaces. A thoughtfully designed front yard not only enhances the curb appeal of a home, but also fosters a sense of connection with nature. Front yard landscaping is more than just planting a few shrubs or laying down some sod. It's about creating a cohesive design that complements your home's architecture, reflects your personal style, and enhances the overall neighborhood aesthetic. When done right, a well-designed front yard can increase your property value, provide environmental benefits, and offer a beautiful space for you to enjoy. The first step in designing your front yard landscape is to assess the existing space. Take note of the size and shape of your yard, the style of your home, the amount of sunlight different areas receive, and any existing features like driveways, walkways, or mature trees. This initial assessment will help guide your design decisions and ensure that your landscape plan is both beautiful and practical. One of the key elements in front yard landscaping is the creation of a focal point. This could be a specimen tree, a water feature, or an eye-catching arrangement of plants. The focal point should draw the eye and create visual interest, guiding visitors towards your front door. Consider using plants with striking foliage, interesting bark, or beautiful flowers to create this focal point. When selecting plants for your front yard, it's important to consider their mature size and growth habits. Choose plants that will fit well in their designated spaces, even when fully grown. This foresight will prevent overcrowding and reduce the need for excessive pruning in the future. Remember, a well-planned landscape should look good, not just at planting, but for years to come. Layering is a crucial concept in landscape design. Start with taller trees or shrubs at the back of your planting beds, then gradually decrease the height of plants as you move forward. This creates depth and interest in your landscape. For example, you might have a backdrop of evergreen trees, followed by flowering shrubs, then perennials, and finally low-growing ground covers. Don't forget about the power of evergreens in your front yard design. These plants provide year-round structure and color, which is especially valuable in colder climates where deciduous plants lose their leaves in winter. A mix of evergreen trees and shrubs can create a beautiful backdrop for seasonal plantings and ensure your landscape looks good throughout the year. Consider incorporating native plants into your front yard landscape. Native species are adapted to local climate conditions, requiring less water and maintenance once established. They also provide food and habitat for local wildlife, contributing to the ecological health of your area. Research plants native to your region and consider how they can fit into your overall design. Creating a sense of balance is essential in front yard landscaping. This doesn't necessarily mean perfect symmetry, but rather a visual equilibrium. If you have a large tree on one side of your yard, for instance, you might balance it with a group of smaller trees or large shrubs on the other side. The goal is to create a landscape that feels harmonious and well-proportioned. Consider the role of hardscaping elements in your front yard design. A well-designed walkway not only provides a clear path to your front door, but can also be a design feature in its own right. Consider using materials that complement your home's exterior, such as brick, stone, or concrete pavers. The shape of the walkway can also add interest. The gently curving path can soften the lines of a boxy house, for example. Don't overlook the importance of edging in your landscape design. Clean, well-defined edges between lawn areas and planting beds give your landscape a polished, professional look. Consider using materials like stone, brick, or metal edging to create these crisp lines. Not only does this look attractive, but it also makes maintenance easier by preventing grass from creeping into your planting beds. Consider the seasons when planning your front yard landscape. Aim for a design that offers interest throughout the year. This might include spring flowering bulbs, summer blooming perennials, trees with vibrant fall foliage, and evergreens or plants with interesting bark for winter interest. A well-planned landscape can provide a changing display of colors and textures as the seasons progress. Don't forget about the importance of lawn areas in your front yard design. While a trend towards more diverse plantings is growing, a well-maintained lawn can still provide a clean, classic look. Consider the size and shape of your lawn areas carefully. A smaller, well-defined lawn surrounded by planting beds can be more visually interesting and easier to maintain than a large expanse of grass. Incorporate different textures into your landscape design. Mixing plants with various leaf shapes and sizes can create visual interest even in a monochromatic color scheme. For example, pair the fine texture of ornamental grasses with the bold leaves of hostas or the lacy foliage of ferns. This interplay of textures adds depth and sophistication to your landscape. Consider the environmental impact of your front yard design. Incorporate features that support local wildlife, such as bird baths or pollinator-friendly plants. Think about ways to manage stormwater runoff, such as rain gardens or permeable paving materials. These eco-friendly choices not only benefit the environment, but can also add unique and attractive elements to your landscape. Don't underestimate the power of repetition in landscape design. Repeating certain plants or design elements throughout your front yard can create a sense of cohesion and rhythm. This doesn't mean planting identical flower beds on either side of your walkway, but rather echoing colors, shapes, or textures in different areas of your landscape. Consider how your front yard design can enhance your home's energy efficiency. Strategically placed trees can provide shade in summer, potentially reducing cooling costs. In colder climates, evergreen trees can act as windbreaks, helping to reduce heating costs in winter. These functional plantings can be seamlessly integrated into your overall landscape design. Think about how your front yard can create a smooth transition between public and private space. Use plantings to create a sense of enclosure without completely blocking views. This might involve a low hedge along the property line or strategically placed shrubs or small trees. The goal is to create a welcoming entrance while still maintaining a degree of privacy. Don't forget about the importance of scale in your landscape design. The size of your plants and hardscaping elements should be in proportion to your home and the overall size of your yard. A massive tree might overwhelm a small cottage, while tiny plantings could look lost in front of a large 2-story home. Aim for a balance that complements your home's architecture. Consider incorporating edible plants into your front yard landscape. Fruit trees, berry bushes, or even attractive vegetable plants can be integrated into an ornamental design. This not only adds visual interest, but also provides fresh, homegrown produce. Just be sure to check local regulations, as some areas have restrictions on front yard vegetable gardens. Think about how your front yard design can accommodate changing needs over time. For example, you might want to incorporate a wider walkway or gentler slopes to make your entrance more accessible as you age. Or you might plan for future additions, like a front porch or expanded driveway. A flexible design can adapt to these changes without requiring a complete landscape overhaul. Don't overlook the importance of proper irrigation in your front yard design. A well-planned irrigation system can ensure your plants thrive while conserving water. Consider drip irrigation for planting beds and efficient sprinkler systems for lawn areas. Smart irrigation controllers can adjust watering based on weather conditions, further improving water efficiency. Consider the use of ornamental grasses in your front yard landscape. These versatile plants come in a wide range of sizes, colors, and textures, and can add movement and sound to your garden. They're also typically low maintenance and drought tolerant once established, making them an excellent choice for eco-friendly landscapes. Think about how your front yard can create a sense of arrival. Use your landscape design to guide visitors naturally towards your front door. This might involve a welcoming walkway lined with colorful plants or a small seating area that invites people to pause and enjoy the garden. The goal is to create a journey from the street to your door that is both functional and pleasurable. Don't forget about the importance of maintenance in your landscape design. While a lush, intricate garden might look beautiful, it's important to consider how much time and effort you're willing to invest in upkeep. Choose plants that suit your maintenance preferences and consider incorporating low-maintenance features like mulched beds or hardscaping elements. Consider the use of vertical space in your front yard design. Climbing plants on trellises or walls can add height and interest without taking up valuable ground space. This can be particularly effective in small yards or to soften the appearance of large, blank walls on your home's facade. Think about how your front yard design can reflect your personal style and the character of your home. While it's important to consider neighborhood norms, your landscape should also be a reflection of your tastes and lifestyle. Whether you prefer a formal, manicured look or a more naturalistic, wildlife-friendly garden, your design should feel authentically you. Consider the use of water features in your front yard design. The sound of trickling water can create a sense of tranquility and mask street noise. This could be as simple as a small fountain or as elaborate as a cascading stream. Just be sure to choose a water feature that's in proportion to your yard and complements your overall design aesthetic. Think about how your front yard can contribute to your neighborhood's overall landscape. While your design should reflect your personal style, it should also harmonize with the surrounding properties. Consider the streetscape as a whole and how your yard contributes to it. A well-designed front yard can enhance not just your property, but the entire neighborhood. Don't forget about the importance of color in your landscape design. While green is the dominant color in most landscapes, strategic use of other colors can create visual interest and emotional impact. Consider using a color wheel to plan complementary or contrasting color schemes. Remember that color can come not just from flowers, but also from foliage, bark, and hardscaping materials. Consider incorporating sustainable practices into your front yard design. This might include using recycled materials for hardscaping, installing a rain barrel to collect water for irrigation, or creating a composting area to recycle yard waste. These practices not only benefit the environment, but can also add unique and interesting elements to your landscape. Think about how your front yard design can accommodate outdoor living. While backyards are traditionally the space for outdoor entertaining, front yards can also provide opportunities for social interaction. Consider incorporating a small seating area or a porch where you can relax and connect with neighbors. Don't overlook the importance of unity in your landscape design. While variety is important, too many different elements can create a chaotic look. Aim for a cohesive design by repeating certain colors, shapes, or materials throughout your landscape. This creates a sense of harmony and ties different areas of your yard together. Consider the long-term growth and development of your landscape. Trees and shrubs will mature over time, potentially changing the character of your yard. Plan for this growth, considering how plants will interact as they reach their full size. A landscape that's designed with the future in mind will continue to look beautiful for years to come. consider the arrangement of greenery in the front yard. Layering plants by height creates depth and visual interest. Taller plants can serve as a backdrop, while medium-sized shrubs and low-growing ground covers can fill in the foreground. This tiered approach ensures that every plant is visible and can receive adequate sunlight, contributing to a healthy, thriving garden. Incorporate a variety of plant types to add texture and richness to the landscape. Mixing evergreens and deciduous plants provides year-round interest. Evergreens offer consistent color and structure, while deciduous plants bring seasonal changes, such as vibrant fall foliage or spring blossoms. This diversity ensures that the landscape remains visually appealing throughout the year. When selecting plants, consider their growth habits and maintenance requirements. Choose varieties that will not only thrive in the specific conditions of the front yard, but also fit the desired aesthetic. Drought-tolerant plants are excellent choices for low-maintenance designs, while flowering plants can add pops of color during the blooming season. A well-defined path can guide visitors through the landscape and create a sense of journey. Incorporating greenery along the pathway, such as border plants or hanging greenery, adds softness and approachability. This design element invites exploration and creates a welcoming atmosphere. Color is a crucial aspect of landscape design. A coordinated color palette can enhance the visual impact of the front yard. Consider using complementary colors to create striking contrasts or analogous colors for a more harmonious look. The right combination of colors can evoke specific moods and enhance the overall appeal of the space. Incorporating larger plants as focal points can create a strong visual impact. A statement tree or a unique shrub can draw the eye and serve as the centerpiece of the landscape. Surrounding this focal point with complementary greenery can enhance its prominence and create a balanced composition. Edging and borders can define the boundaries of flower beds and pathways, providing structure to the landscape. Options range from simple mulch to more elaborate materials like stone or brick. Proper edging not only enhances the aesthetic, but also facilitates maintenance by keeping grass and weeds at bay. Consider the use of seasonal plantings to add variety and excitement to the landscape. Annuals and perennials can be rotated throughout the seasons, providing fresh bursts of color and interest. This approach allows for creativity and experimentation, making the front yard dynamic and ever-changing. As the exploration of front yard landscape design with greenery concludes, remember that the key to a successful design lies in thoughtful planning and careful plant selection. Each element should reflect the homeowner's style and contribute to a cohesive, inviting landscape. Thank you for joining us on Concept with Justin. Happy gardening!